Hello, everyone. Welcome back to BachMakers. Fun episode today. We got a Dylan Barbour exclusive interview, post marriage, post not inviting me to his wedding, post I don't know. Rec League champion. He won his basketball title, so shout out to him. I think we mended fences. I think we're okay now, and we'll have to debate whether he should be on Mount Rosemore. So we have our four. We have our four people down here, which is right now it's Maria's dad, it's Greer, it's Zachary Reality, and it's Justin Takes the Batch. The people, the batch makers, you guys will get a vote if Dylan gets put on there. So you have to watch full interview, see, and then we'll put it on my Instagram, maybe. Or maybe we'll put it on the batch makers TikTok. What do you think, Mike?
Um, can't you do like
I think you
votes through?
TikTok?
Yeah,
I
can't you
think
do
you
that?
can.
Isn't that a new feature? Because I know Instagram Reels did it, and I think TikTok
I
stole it.
think you can. So we'll put up a poll somewhere. You can vote, see if Dylan makes Mount Rosemore. But fun interview, so stick around to the end for that. But Michael, it's a busy week for the off season. We thought it would be tough to find stuff to talk about in the off season, but stuff's happening in the Bachelor world. First and foremost, I don't want to lead with Maria and call her daddy because Daisy has a boyfriend, and his name is the coolest fucking thing in the world. His name is Thor. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because like, if he's 20, what, 5, 26, right?
Yeah, I don't
26.
know.
When did those movies even come
First
out?
Thor was 2008, 9.
So he's named after the cartoon. Like, it's from like, so that means his parents are like Marvel cartoon
Well,
fanatics,
isn't
right?
Thor also
Or
like
is it
Greek
just
mythology?
no? It's
Um,
that's like Zeus, I think.
well, I think
I think
Thor is
that's
part
just
of that.
Zeus.
I'm pretty sure Thor isn't just a comic. Thor is he was a Viking god. He was the god of the people. Yeah,
And he's from Minnesota.
is he actually Skull?
Yo, Didn't she go to school with
Yeah, but
him?
I don't think she
Right?
went to school in Minnesota. Why do I have San Diego State in my head? Am I making that up? I think she went to San Diego State. I could be totally
She looks
making
more
that
like
up.
a SEC.
Let me check.
She looks like an SEC gal.
Let's find out.
No
Let's find
offense.
out.
No offense at all.
She went to college. San Diego State.
Colorado State.
San Diego State. Locked it in. She got a degree in communications digital media. Shout out those comm majors. Shout out to Daisy for not falling into the trap of being the most loved person from the show and then just like dating celebrities. Just dating a hometown boy. Which
Yeah,
he
he's probably getting mad rep with the boys now. He's probably
oh
getting mad
dude.
rep with the boys.
He because I'm trying to think the timeline here. So she gets back from the show, unengaged, single. Our boy Thor wields his hammer and finds the opportunity. Pause. Pause, brother. Finds his opportunity, slides in, was like, hey, let's rekindle. Because I think they dated before or were friends before in school.
Yeah, something like that.
And
Something like that.
he's like, hey, like, now that you're back from this little show you did, you want to, like, maybe go get dinner or something? They start dating. I wonder how long they've been dating. I don't think we have a timeline on that yet. But, and then the show starts airing. And he's like, oh my gosh, this is going to get intense. This is gonna
Yeah.
get, and then each week over and over, dude. If I watch that back if I was say I'm dating Daisy and I'm watching the show, I would think that Joey picks Daisy, even though I'm dating Daisy in real
What
time.
if
I'd be watching, I'd be like,
what if
"Are you sure he doesn't pick you?"
what if he did? And they were just dating.
Daisy didn't tell him.
And then at the end he like watched the life and he's like, what the fuck? And she's like, actually, yeah, I guess I
Imagine
know.
if,
Like, no wait, what? Because she goes to the live finale. Oh my god! And then she goes out there with
oh,
Joey, and they're engaged, and he's just like, "Well, I got played."
dude, imagine if, like, again, this is all totally made up. I'm very happy that they're happy, but imagine if Thor like cheated on her. I can't say Thor without laughing. That's a crazy name to have. Hey,
Thor.
Thor, like, dinner's ready. What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, Thor decides when dinner's ready.
It's Thor, Odin's son. That's what you have to call me. But imagine like Thor hypothetically like cheated on Daisy in college. And so Joey ends up picking Daisy. Daisy doesn't tell anyone. Daisy gets back with Thor. Hey, let's watch the show. And they watch the whole
Oh
show
my
together.
god.
And then the finale happens. And she's like, gotcha, bitch.
But she doesn't.
Gotcha, bitch.
And then nobody would
No
believe
one.
him. Nobody'd be like, I was just dating her for like the last three months, dude. Nobody'd be like,
Yeah, sure
oh,
you were.
dude, no,
You
you
were
weren't.
dating Daisy from The Bachelor?
She's in love. She's in love with Joey. Like nobody would believe him. Oh my god, that would actually be such good
Yeah.
payback because he wouldn't be able to like. Nobody would believe him.
Yeah.
Like not even like anybody. If she kept it low key,
Oh,
my, she should have done that. I've been.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Joey should have done
we
that.
jumped through a lot of hoops to get to that scenario, but the
Yeah.
payoff would be awesome. That'd be really cool if that was the reality. Neither of those things have happened. Daisy is happy with Thor. Apparently, I can't say Thor, dude.
Oh,
That's insane. Is there a nickname? Do you just call him Thor?
probably like T.
I hate
Yo, T.
like birth name Thor is insane to me, but it's kind of awesome. I can't like it's. I don't know if I'm coming from a place of jealousy, but I think it's pretty cool.
No, I think I would hate that name to be honest.
Thor.
Like if you had a superhero name, like what if your name was
Steve Rogers, Iron Man.
No. Like
Oh hey, Iron Man, Hulk.
yeah. What's
Hulk.
another name? Hulk.
Hulk's like a
Okay, Hulk.
possibility.
That's more of a common name. I feel like people actually.
Hulk is more common than Thor, but Hulk
yeah,
is still
Thor,
an
which
insane name to
rightfully
have.
So. Yeah, but I could look at a like little fat baby like
That
you,
was chubby baby.
and name
Hulk.
him. Yeah, I know. I could name him Hulk, but I don't think I could look at a little baby and
Thor.
name him Thor. Just honestly, like Thor. Like, what if he couldn't say his R's?
Thor.
What's your name, Thor? Like, come on.
Baby Thor.
Or like he had a lisp. Or like, oh no,
Thor.
It'd still be
You
Thor.
can't say Thor. Thor.
Be like Thor.
Yeah.
Be like Thor. Like, see, then it's just like, oh, you're sore. Then it's like, like that's it's bad.
But
I
if
wouldn't
your
like
name's
it. I wouldn't
Thor,
like
you're bound to date the star of The
Daisy.
Bachelor.
Yeah.
So,
which Daisy is also a unique name. So
Yeah.
like it's a match made in name heaven.
Thor
I
and
guess.
Daisy. Love that. All right. Other Bachelor news. Other podcast news. Maria, who first appeared on the BachMaker podcast. Let the record state.
Yep,
we were the first
Yep.
Maria podcast. Put it.
She lied. Yeah, she was like, "I'm only gonna come on here," and I was like, "Wow, she was on here before."
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. We can't be too mad at Maria for doing "Call Her Daddy," which is
You're not gonna lie. I thought we were gonna get a shout out. For a second.
Secret time. Not the only reason I listened, but mostly why I listened. I was like, do you think she mentioned BachMaker somehow?
Dude, I thought we were going to because there's one time I think they brought up her dad for a second, and I was like, they could easily mention her dad was on the podcast. And what if Alex Cooper is like, oh, the BachMakers podcast?
Alex Cooper was like, yeah, I fucking love those guys.
I'd be like, holy fuck, we're about to get some
I
followers.
was like refreshing our feed to see if we just got a bunch of followers. Be like, oh, maybe.
We wake up and it's just like, oh god. Maybe next time.
Next time one of the friends of the program is on Call Her Daddy, I'll text him beforehand and be like, hey, throw us a bone. But yeah, I listened to it. I think she was great. She's fantastic. Mark my words, BachMaker fans, we will get Maria on the show at some point. But yeah, I don't think there was anything huge that really came out of it. The big headlines, she finally said that she said no to the Bachelorette, which, duh, right? I mean, I think she made a good point where she said, obviously they were going to offer Maria. Like, everyone knew that, so the fact that she wasn't it means she said no. So, I think we all connected those dots, but some people need to see it just laid out, and she laid it out. I didn't know she had beef with Wells. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was kind of cool to see, to be honest. Like, I liked how she called him on his shit. And then she was kind of like, he's just mad that he didn't get the offer of The Bachelor. And I was like, hey, pop off.
Yeah, I don't even
Dude.
think Maria has beef with anyone. She just speaks what she thinks and like doesn't care if they
Yeah.
don't agree. If that makes sense. I don't know if that made sense to come out, but she
Yeah.
just like doesn't have beef. She's like, that's the situation. Here it is. Over.
Do you think Maria's going on the Vial files? Or
I don't know
Vial
what her
files?
next move is. She doesn't seem like she's gonna hop around and do them all. I don't think that. I think if you do Call Her Daddy, you just do Call Her Daddy, and
And then
then
BachMakers after the
BachMakers.
NDA is over.
That's like the
Yeah.
pipeline. You work your way up. You have your dad on BachMakers, you go on Call Her Daddy, then you go on BachMakers.
The circle of life, to be honest.
That is kind of the pipeline. That's how things work around here. But yeah, I think she did great. I think she killed it. It's the first Call Her Daddy episode I've listened to in a very, very long time. So
It's the only one I've listened to.
it might be the only one I've
To be
listened
honest.
to. All respect to the empire.
I'll admit it.
The empire that Alex Cooper has built over there.
Yes, 100%. All respect to her, and that just shows how, like, I'll bet that episode.
I bet it did numbers.
Did crazy numbers.
I bet it.
I'll bet it was her best episode in a while.
I
don't even know who she's had, but
I would agree.
But it did numbers.
All right, what else we got on this news headlines? So we have more potential couples here. So Blake and Rachel, former Bachelorette, potential launch. So here's the thing with them is they've traveled together. They've definitely hung out and like done cool adventures together. This is what we run into with the Bachelor people. They love to tease. Even if they're hanging out, they know what they're doing. They know what it does to us, the people who consume it, and we go crazy. So I don't buy it. Not buying it. I don't think they're dating. I think they're just friends. Thoughts?
Yeah, I second it. I second that opinion. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense why they, kind of tease it. Because if any publicity is good publicity, right? That's kind of the thought with it, right? And the same with probably the next couple we're going to talk about. It's been all over both of their feeds, but they've said on Instagram story replies they're just friends. So
and now, so we have the other side of the coin. We have Olivia and Tanner, who
so cute.
First of all, like here's where I stand. If they're a couple, we love it. We love both of them.
Yeah, 100%.
If they're not, quit messing with our heads.
Yeah,
we've gone down this road before. This is the Susie and Justin train. We've been here before. We know how this goes. So just get quit. Just spoon feed it to us. Tell us that you're dating. Tell us you're just friends. Don't play these mind games. It's not easy for us over here trying to decipher everything. Them, I think it's way more likely that they are a couple than Blake and Rachel. Power ranking potential couples: Blake and Rachel, Olivia and Tanner, and then Daisy and Thor at the very top.
And then Alex Cooper and Maria.
Well, Alex Cooper's very married.
Yeah, I know. But like that'd still be so iconic.
Yeah.
Gotta give credit where credit's due.
We love them.
Yeah, kind of like a Justin and Susie thing for Tanner and Olivia, possibly. That's what some of the people, aka Lizzie, was saying.
Yeah, no, I see it more than I see Rachel and Blake. All right, other headlines before we get to Dylan here. Nick and Natalie have their wedding. Nick Vial. Vial?
I see. That's why I'm just like, if it's the Vial files, so it's like Vial files, so it's got to be Vial. If it's Vial, then the full Vial files doesn't flow at all. So it's got to be Vial. But then if the spelling is Viall,
I feel like I've heard people say Vial.
Me too. And that's why I'm like, why is it files then? I've always thought about this. I've actually been wanting to talk about it because it doesn't make any sense to me at all.
So either everyone's saying his name wrong or he has a shitty podcast name.
I don't even think it's that. I just think it's like, I think somebody thought if it's, I'm assuming that it's actually Vial.
No, but he calls his podcast the Vial Files. He says, "Welcome back to the Vial Files."
I know this.
All right.
Conspiracy. I think somebody thinks that his name was Vial, even though it's actually Vial. And so when he was thinking of names of the podcast, he was like, "Oh, Vial Files, like forensic files," you know. And then he just ran with it and is just using it. So that's the final answer. But because naming wise, phonetically, Vial makes so much more sense. Vial.
What rhymes with Vial though?
What's the
origin?
Origin. Lizzie, can we get a fact check on the origin of Vial? It sounds Italian. Italian.
Let's get Lizzie in here. I don't know.
Let me look it up.
Vial. Well, but what would his new podcast be called if it was Vial?
Vial.
Nothing rhymes with Al.
Vial.
Sit down with Vial. You got to think that long.
See, it doesn't flow. That's
so
why he changed it.
It says currently that the origin of the name is English or French.
Oh, that helps.
But it is of the variant of Vial, just Vial.
Why did we think this was going to help? I don't think this helps.
No. So like phonetically, does it say how to pronounce
French?
It? Like,
no.
So
in turn derived from derived from the old French word "veal," meaning calf. Like.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. I know what veal is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But that's pretty much it. That's all I can find.
All right.
Veal. So the veal, the calf podcast.
Probably a French form of vitalis.
This does nothing for me. I can't.
None.
Vitality bowls. Vitality bowls.
Viality bowl. Viality Steve.
Yeah, I was gonna say Viality reality.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, we could work with that.
Holy shit!
Yeah, we fixed it. Nick,
if he needs a rebrand,
yeah, we got you.
Up. We got great names. BachMakers taking them.
All right, another potential hard launch, soft launch conspiracy theory. Rachel, our queen from Honolulu, has a little boy toy. It's a lot of tattoos. We had Armgate. She posted a picture with a guy who, based strictly off his arm, looked more like a Thor than the actual Thor. This man looked like what's The Rock's character in
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes. Moana. What's his name?
I'm
gonna say you're welcome.
Yep.
It's the movie. Moana's the movie with like the girl in the.
Yes. Yep. Very well.
It's animated.
Very well. I've never seen it full.
You've never seen Moana?
No, I've seen clips. I've heard the soundtrack.
That's crazy.
It's
his name is he's like a.
I don't like animated.
I don't remember. Anyways, but yeah. So Rachel, is that a hard launch?
I don't even think it was a launch.
You don't think it's a launch?
I think she was just trolling everyone.
Whoa, Lizzie!
As a girl, I would do the same shit just to make people think, because it's funny.
So you think it's just like a pal? A pal with a giant muscular arm?
Yeah, because people did find his Instagram, and I am currently looking at it, and he has no pictures with Rachel.
What's his name? Thor?
No, his name's Chase, actually.
That makes sense too.
Chase.
But yeah, like there's really nothing in here.
Thor and Chase should name swap though, for sure.
Yeah, they should.
Like he was in the entire like group or house of influencers that she was in. So like.
Oh, so he's he's one of those.
But he's not an influencer. Like he doesn't have 10K followers.
So wait, so then he definitely just came with someone. Yeah. So now we're back on the Rachel and Thor, who's not Thor, are dating.
You gotta call him Chase. That's gonna get too.
I'm gonna change their names. He's Thor now. Rachel's
just call him Tattoo Arm.
Rachel's guy is now Thor.
Call him Tats. We'll call him Tats.
Just call him Tats.
Tats McGee. Right. Tats McGee.
So,
but yeah, That's all I could find. But I think I would do the same thing just because I think it would be funny.
All right, let's all power rank potential couples. The 3 we've just talked about. I think most likely. I think Tats and Rachel are most likely out of these 3, and then Olivia and Tanner, and then Pilot, Rachel, and Blake.
I 100% agree.
I'm on the same page.
But you just said you.
But wait, no, hold on.
Stick true to your word, please.
Hold on.
We put Lizzie in a blender.
Gosh, Lizzie. Gosh.
Stop. It's kind of late for me. Not really, but.
Or the same time zone.
My brain's checking out.
Most likely couple out of the 3.
Flip, Liv, and Rachel.
So.
Okay.
So you think you still think
I mean I would do it to troll people just.
But you think Rachel and Tats are the most likely?
No, I think it's like right in the middle. Like I don't think it's.
It's a tie. It's a 3-way tie with everybody.
Not three-way tie.
Okay, Lizzie. Let's focus on one question. Who's the most likely to be dating out of the 3?
Hold on.
They're not going to kill you if you're wrong. The stakes are the lowest they could possibly be right now.
Really low risk.
Liv and Tanner.
Even lower reward, to be honest.
Liv and Tanner
I'm
most
Liv and
likely.
Tanner, then Rachel and
Tats.
And then Rachel and Blake.
Okay. I get that.
It's crazy because I thought you just said the exact opposite.
No.
But like you're confusing me.
I get where she's going. I got it. 100%. I'm there.
Michael, I just don't think you understand the girl brain.
Yeah, Mike, you just don't get. You don't get girls. You don't get it.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you don't get it. It's fine. It's fine, Mike. Okay. It's fine, Mike. You just don't.
No. Yeah. I read girls like a book.
Yeah.
And I read a lot of books.
Mm-hmm. Sure you do.
All right, 2 more things here. We have Daisy visited Sydney in her little vintage shop. Right? Is that true?
Dude, we should go to Rhode Island, go to the vintage shop, and do an in-person vlog with Sydney.
Yeah, I would love that actually. I've never been to Rhode Island. I'm in.
I never played that.
Didn't really have that in like the future plans, but
and I'm not really a vintage or thrift shopper, but
no, actually,
but fuck it.
To be honest, none of that really appeals to me, except for the fact that I feel like we owe it to Sydney. To be honest, a small part.
I feel like she would want to dress us up too.
Oh, I could totally use an upgrade.
Our style.
100%. So, Sydney, we'll see. Next time we're strolling by Rhode Island, we'll just swing by Newport.
Just casual.
On our way up to Portland, Maine.
Yeah, there we go. All right, and then last one, we have Victoria and Greg broke up. I think this is like a couple weeks old, but we just haven't had time to touch on it, right? Or it's confirmed. I think it's been rumored.
Well, it was rumored, but it was confirmed.
Yeah,
finally.
Officially confirmed. I want to say, I think Greg is up there with one of the bigger bag fumbles in Bachelor history. I feel like Greg was set up to be like a Tyler Cameron type star, even though Tyler only was on one show, but Tyler has still somehow milked that personality, that Bachelor brand for a long time.
Yeah.
Not milked. I mean, he's just Tyler. He's a hot dude.
Yeah.
But I think Greg was kind of on that trajectory too. And it just never, for some reason, it never clicked. I don't know if that's on his end, the production end, or any end whatsoever. It's probably no one's fault. But I feel like Greg had the potential to really skyrocket. He just never did.
I think he had the potential to be like Joey.
I thought he was gonna. Who was the Bachelor right after?
Yeah, it was
No. Matt. It was Matt James.
No. Matt James, which was random.
No, it was Matt first. I think Katie was on Matt James' season.
Yeah, Katie was on
Who was
Matt.
the Bachelor after?
It was Clayton. Right?
Clayton. Yeah, because it wasn't anyone.
It was Clayton.
Was it?
Hold on, I'm looking.
Yes,
I'm fact checking.
It was Matt James, then Clayton. 100%. Final answer. Unless I'm really stupid.
Why can't my brain work?
It's Clayton.
It was
Final answer.
So no one from Katie's season was ever the Bachelor.
Hold on.
No. Wait. What season was Clayton on?
Okay, wait, hold on. So Greg was on. Greg was on the 17th season, which was
Clayton was on
Katie's. Yeah,
Clayton was on Gabby
Katie?
and Rachel's season. No, that was Zach.
Yeah. No.
No, Zach was. That's how Zach got it. That's
Zach
how
was.
Zach got it. Zach, yeah.
Because they were on Clayton's season.
Clayton was on Michelle. Oh, I remember.
It was on
It
Michelle.
went Katie. It went Katie, Michelle back to back.
Yeah, it went Bachelorette.
Man, you see that?
That's kind of how I fell out of it.
Yeah, they went. Yeah, that was
because I just didn't like the Bachelorette back to back. I was like, I'm already
too many
tired of
guys.
this. I've seen too many hot dudes. I need to see some hot girls. Like, this is kind of getting sus. Like, I was like, I need to see some hot girls, please.
Michael, you've been watching hot guys for 5 months now. Mix it up a little bit. So
yeah,
no, I feel that. Get that. So that makes sense now. I was like, my brain was hurting, but that's the thing. We'll get there eventually. You put our 3 brains together, it has about 1 functional brain, and it worked. But yeah, all right, Greg, bag fumble. I think a little bit. Hope they're both happy. I think Greg's in Chicago. Mike, so if you see Greg around, maybe give him a hug, buy him a beer.
He's in Chicago. Does he live with Andrew?
I think so. I think they're together.
Yeah.
So
if I see him, I'll say,
yeah,
come on the pod.
Yeah, exactly. You can come on anytime. But all right, anything else before we get to Dylan?
I don't think so.
All right, everyone, enjoy Dylan Barbour's first ever appearance on BachMakers. And hello, everyone. Welcome back to BachMakers podcast. Today, we are joined by a one-time BachMaker Award winner. That's a fact. This is his 4th appearance, I believe, on the Good Time Network. First time on the BachMakers podcast. What are you trying to count? You had your first 3? One, and then I was at your house, super hungover.
That's 2.
And then last year before your wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, wow. You probably forgot that because you said you were going to send me an invite.
Wait, have I been on the most?
Definitely. I don't think I've had anyone on more than twice. So
I mean, come on.
Yeah. I know where the numbers go. I mean, we have Dylan on, numbers go up, numbers spike. So, but Dylan Barbour is here. We'll clap it up for you. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. So you were never going to invite me to your wedding, were you?
I told you. You got, what was it, 10 million likes?
Yeah, but then the last appearance on the show where you claimed to forget that it happened, you were like, I said I'm not going to go. Just send me the invite anyways. And then you were going to
go. Because you were.
I was not going to go. I wasn't going to show up at your wedding.
Yes,
I'd be too intimidated. There's so many good-looking people there, and I can't afford that. You think I can afford that flight over there? I just wanted the invite.
Enough. I have an extra invite if you still want one.
I'm not even joking. I will take that. I'll put it on my fridge.
Hannah, do we have any extra invites?
I'm mad at Hannah too. This isn't just a you thing.
I think she says yes. I couldn't really hear her. It's partially on her fault. Yeah, it's totally. Actually,
it's 50-50.
80-20. 80-20.
Yeah, it takes 2 to tango. She's not innocent here either, but I'm just a little upset. Follow up about the wedding. Was Tyler there, or did you just casually not invite all your hot friends? Tyler.
No, he didn't go. He I think he said he had like a modeling gig or something, and he couldn't go.
Yeah, me too.
RSVP'd yes, and then like 2 weeks before, I think said no.
That feels on brand.
That's pretty on brand. It's pretty on brand.
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
all right.
It's worse than it's not worse than Jason though. Oppenheim, he RSVP'd yes because he was like, oh, I'm gonna be in Mykonos a week before. This is perfect. And I was like, sweet, yeah, we'll see you there. And then he was like, I think a week before, yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna leave Mykonos. I think I'm just gonna stay here. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the day of the wedding, he was like, hey, I actually just got in. Can I like swing by? I was like, Jason.
No way.
And then he came. He was wearing all white linen straight from Mykonos. And then so I gave him my black tuxedo jacket, so he looks the part. But we love him. He's the funniest dude on the planet.
Yeah. So what's changed in your relationship now that you're a married man? Like what's the difference? Anything new?
Not. I mean, we've lived together for like 5 years now, so it's like and it's only been 8 months, I think, which I guess is a long time since the wedding. But no, I mean, it's been good. We talk about like more long-term life stuff, like where we want to live, where we want to raise kids, things like that, I would say. But everything else in general has been relatively the same.
Have you so like some way you could make it up to me for not inviting, Wyatt's like a really cool name.
Yeah.
And it's like not at pop. You want unique names. Like Wyatt Barbour has a great ring to it. So just something you want to keep that in mind. I don't know.
Where does I mean, you're number 52 in U.S. births.
Wow,
really?
It's pretty common.
Higher than I thought.
It's pretty common.
I mean, 52, is it?
I mean, that's more common than I thought. I've never met another Wyatt.
If you were in a room of 51 other people, you'd be like, "Oh, this is a small gathering." 51 other people.
Yeah, but
okay, but I guarantee you, both of you guys are so high on that list. I don't want a unique name. Or like I want a unique name. I don't want a common name that everyone has. Dylan's probably top 20.
Well, there's like different spells.
Michael's probably 1.
Michael's got to be like top 10.
But
yeah.
So as like 2022, I'm number 41.
All right, so yeah, I'm a little more unique than you. And you can claim the same as me. I'm named after the coolest cowboy of all time, Wyatt Earp. Just so if it's a boy or a girl, I've seen Wyatt as a girl. Like, I'm just projecting onto your future child.
Listen, maybe, yeah. If we have 4, the 4th one can be named Wyatt.
Okay. I'm going to hold you to that one.
Okay, we can do that. That's fine.
All right.
The exclusive scoop for BachMakers.
Yeah.
Potentially Hannah and Dylan's 4th kid named Wyatt.
It's great clickbait right there. I saw that you had a little issue with the DJ at the wedding. So I want to know, if it came to this, who out of the Bachelor people that were there would you least trust to take over the aux? If you had to, like, oh shoot, shit hits the fan, they got to take over. Who do you not want?
Of the guys or girls included?
Girls can be included as well.
I feel like, I don't really know any of their music tastes, so I don't know if I can safely judge.
Jed would probably just pull out a guitar.
So I was going to say Jed, only because I don't like country, and that's like 90% of what he would play. The person that I would most trust, who is there? God, I don't even know.
Demi? I feel like she would rock out.
Maybe Demi or Hannah. Hannah has good music taste. We'll give Hannah number 1, Demi number 2.
All right, I mean, take that. You say you don't like country. Seem to have a great time at Stagecoach. So, was that your first time?
That was my first time. I think I had a little too much fun on a Saturday night. I was with Peter, and I texted him the next day, and I was like, "Hey, I don't remember much, but I think for like a brief 10-minute period, I was like really bullying you, and so sorry if I was." We have a video. I'm debating whether we want to post it, or I'm laying on the ground in my all denim outfit with, I think my sunglasses are on upside down, and I'm like screaming help. I'm like, help, and then it pans over and Tyler's just like staring at me, disgusted. So yeah. I might maybe we'll post it. Maybe we won't.
Yeah, that's the Stagecoach content we need, not the like edited Instagram reels, all that stuff.
I had a good time. I had a good time. There were a ton of Bachelor people there, actually.
I was gonna ask, how does that work? Do they just like, hey, if you want to go, they like Stagecoach and the Bachelor people help you out, or do you have a group chat of like all the Bachelor people that are going, or you just meet up?
Everybody just goes with a brand. So there's a ton of like brands who will rent houses and get people tickets in exchange for like content and stuff like that. Like we went with, Hannah got invited to go with Tart and Nudes, which was pretty sick. And then I got to go with them. All the girls in the house are like influencers or TV people or something. So like we had a sick weekend with them. And then I think just every other Bachelor person has some sort of like hookup to get tickets somehow.
I saw you met Joey.
Some cool people. I met Joey. Joey's funny. Yeah, he saw us at like peak drunkenness Friday night, and then I was very tame Sunday night, so that was good. But him and Kelsey, right? They're super cool, super nice. Who else? We met Maria.
Oh, shit, we love Maria here.
Total homie.
She's
Yeah. Total homie. Super cool. We loved her. Who else? That's pretty much it from the people, at least we didn't really know from the show that we were hanging with. But like, yeah, Saturday we saw everybody, and then Friday, Sunday we kind of just did our own thing.
Gotcha.
That's nice. Seems like a fun event.
Yeah, so
it's good. I have more fun than Coachella. Coachella kind of was okay.
You said you don't like country. What did you have like a favorite set there, or I don't know, or is it just kind of all a blur and you're just doing?
You don't remember, do you?
The only person I remember seeing is Morgan Wallen. I swear to God, I don't remember a single.
That's a good one to see. Like, that's a good one to.
Yeah, he was good. He played. It's the longest I've ever seen. He played for like an hour and a half. It was insane. So that was sick. But yeah, I don't really remember anyone else that we saw. I tried to see Diplo and Post Malone, but I'm like 90% sure I didn't. So yeah. Next year, I'm going to reel it in a little bit if we end up going. So
well,
are you? Sorry,
no, you go.
You go ahead, Mike. Are you used to being the vet now in the Bachelor Nation world? You show up like they're like you're a vet. Joey's the new kid on the block. You're a veteran.
I mean, we're still like relatively young though versus everybody else, right? More or less. Don't make that face.
Kind of. I mean, you're getting up there, man.
Like Tyler's older than me. Jason Tardick's older than me. Peter's
but you
older
and Tyler
than me.
are the same.
Think about like on my season, I was the youngest person, I think, or second youngest. So everybody's still kind of older than Hannah and I. And Hannah, I think, was the youngest too, or second youngest, or something. But yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't really hang out with. Only in those settings do I feel like I see people from the show. Other than that, I don't really. I have some friends on my basketball team, which, by the way, we should totally get into.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we'll wait then. But like Mikey Planeta is on my team, and Brandon Jones. I think that's it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I see them like pretty often, but other than that, yeah. So I don't know if that really answered your question.
No, that's fair. Mike, I know you're in a rec league yourself. You wanna get some tips from the king here?
We actually wrapped up a couple weeks ago and lost in the chip to a team of G Leaguers and D1 players. So that was tough. They were a lot taller and a lot more athletic than us, to say the least. But yeah, so what's your advice on a alleged two-time champ? Is that what I hear?
So one-time basketball, two-time co-ed flag football, one-time normal flag football, celebrity charity championship game. So I'm slowly racking up the trophy case. Neither here nor there.
T-shirt
so we lost in the t-shirt case. There we go. We lost in the basketball championship and semis like 5 times in a row. We just couldn't get over the hump. And then we just decided to let it fly one season. And so the same team, pretty much the same team, we lost in the finals by like 60 points the season before. And then we came back and we're like, all right, we're going to actually just demolish these kids. And so then we went off and finally got over the hump. But there's no better feeling, to be honest. I equate it to having your firstborn child, honestly, winning the men's Tuesday night Muni D League. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's true. I was going to say you can equate it to getting engaged, but you did that twice. So it kind of defeats the purpose. You're kind of like, well, what was that about? Why are we doing it twice? That's just rubbing it in a little bit.
It's unbelievable, Wyatt. If you don't fix this Wi-Fi, I'm literally going to hang up on you.
I'm sorry. Okay. I don't know what you want to do mid-conversation, but.
No, it was good. It was like a good moment. We got a new ring. You can't just like hand somebody a new ring. Like,
it's true.
That would be such a weird move. So yeah, we did like a little special thing. It was cool. I mean,
fair enough.
I think I like the first one better, but
yeah,
that's just me.
Are you a tennis guy now? So I saw you went to Indian Wells. You met Joey. Are we fully on board?
I do like it. I think I like similar to F1. I like the environment. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like I like going to the match, eating the food, having some drinks, hanging out, watching the sport. Playing tennis? No, I'm not there yet. I don't think I ever will be.
Well, I'm supposed to play Joey at some point. He verbally agreed to it on TikTok, but then he's ghosted me. So if I end up playing Joey at some point, do you want to be my coach? Just be in my corner?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. I could use
I'll
that.
coach you 100%.
All right. And I think I'm gonna kick his ass too, so that's a win on your record.
Well, you're actually good, right? Aren't you good?
I mean, I played in college. I'll take that as good. And I looked up his ranking. I'm slightly way above him by like 700 spots in the US ranking, but different years. I was a 4-star, he was a half-star.
Let's not get into the the weeds.
The numbers are there.
Numbers
Yeah,
don't
the
lie.
numbers are there.
Numbers don't lie.
They don't lie. The numbers don't. Okay, I have a real question for you. Not to be like sentimental because I'm still mad at you for not inviting me to your wedding. But I was thinking about this. You were the first person for me who kind of actually like was willing to come on before I actually had listeners. And this is the first time you're on where people are actually listening, which is cool.
What's the listening numbers looking like?
We can talk off air, but better than they were the last time you were on. So that's all we can ask for, right?
That's good. That's all we can ask for.
I want to ask you, who was that first person when either starting Visor or whatever it was who kind of like bought in, and you remember that moment, you're like, oh, I can do something here. Was there one person who bought in?
For Visor, it was probably like Visor's been like 3 different companies over the last 5 years. Like now we don't do anything remotely close to the app or anything like that. So for the app, it was like True Food Kitchen probably. That was like a cool when we like flew to Arizona and met with them and they like agreed to partner with us. That was like pretty sick. And then for what we're doing now for like the offer business, like do you know what we do now?
No.
Or no, not at all. So basically
it's hard to keep up.
Yeah. So basically when we started the app, you would like work out, donate to charity, go into restaurants and get like free drinks at the restaurant. And then you came to the anniversary party and we got like,
oh yeah,
absolutely obliterated.
Yeah, we did.
It's one of the places
I had 8 vodka Red Bulls. I vividly remember.
Yeah, we were beat up the next day. But then when COVID happened and shut down every single restaurant and gym that we worked with. So there was like really nothing for people to do besides like just work out and donate. We need to make money. And so every time we talk to a brand like a Poppy, for example, their like number one thing was like, well, if you can send people into the grocery store, we would pay you for that. And we're like, well, how do you do that currently? And it's all run on paper or rebates, so like paper coupons or rebate programs. You take a photo of your receipt and you upload it and get Venmo'd. But there wasn't like a really mainstream way to do a single use barcode off your phone that you could just scan right at checkout. And so we launched that in June of 2022. Every brand wanted to just buy those from us versus the app. They're like, can we use this for paid media and give links to info? Like Hannah's posted a Poppy link where you can click it and download a unique offer to go into like Ralph's and get a free Poppy. And then I remember we talked to one brand that was like, can we buy these? And I was like, no, you have to work with the app. And I was like, but for just my knowledge, like how many do you want? And they're like, well, we'll take 1 million. And I was like, oh shit. And so then from there, we kind of realized we had something going on. So now we pivoted and just do that. So the app doesn't exist anymore. It's we took it off the app store and now kind of do this like B2B thing. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been up to lately, where like brands will create a link that consumers can click and download a unique barcode to walk into a store and scan it for like a discount. So it's like a coupon, but it's not at the end of the day.
Do you like that, how it morphs into different things, or would you rather just stay in one lane consistently?
I don't think it will. I think we've like truly found product market fit for what we're doing now. I mean, we'll have like 65 customers by the end of the month. And those are like ranging from like the largest CPG brands in the world all the way to like, startup brands doing like 50 million in revenue. So I think we've kind of figured it out. And so now it's like scaling somewhat because we're only 16 people. So I think we need a few more like on the account side and a few more on tech. And I'm still the only one doing all the sales. So I do every single brand call. So yeah, I would say we got a little bit more scaling to do, but I think like what we do today is actually like going to do really well.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So 4 years ago on Wyatt's podcast, you predicted that the Bachelor franchise would be done in 5 years. And so that would be a
Was
year.
I not like kind of remotely on point?
We're 4 years in, dude. You got one more year.
And Joey some people are saying he like resurrected the franchise or whatever. So how are you feeling on that?
I didn't account for that. But leading up until that point, I was pretty spot on.
You might have killed Paradise though. Rumor has it. So.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe if I go 50% on it, I'll still be pretty confident. Right. Give or take a year or two. Yeah, but I do think like the girls on Joey's season, like Maria and those people, like that was the first one that I watched at least like a few episodes with Hannah on, and it was like pretty entertaining. So it might be back. Who knows?
It's kind of it. But what podcast brought it back? Some are saying us. Some are. We're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. Dylan might have killed Paradise. We might have resurrected the franchise.
But before that season, I was pretty spot on. It was going downhill, and now it's back. So at least for that. Now we'll see if it's true that all those girls said no to the Bachelorette or whatever it was. Like, we'll see how the next few go. I mean, I still don't really. I watch like the first 2 episodes and then. But Hannah and her mom watch it all the time.
They will tell Hannah and her mom just watch the BachMaker recaps and then we're fine. So they don't even have to watch the show. It's shorter. It helps us. That's a win-win for everyone. Way more entertaining.
What was that?
The guys are cuter. I mean,
yeah, maybe.
So
there's usually only like 5 to 10 hot dudes a season, I would say, more or less.
Yeah. We're batting 50%. Too.
Yeah, 50%.
That's good. No, it's 30%. There's usually like 25 to 30 guys.
Well, this podcast is shooting about 50% good-looking dudes. So that's
what I'm saying. So that's good. So you're above.
Yeah, there we go. We're cooking.
So speaking of predictions, NBA playoffs currently on, and NHL too. What are your predictions in terms of championships or just the finals? Who you got?
I don't really watch hockey. I'm leaning forward so the sun isn't on me. I love the Timberwolves. I think Anthony Edwards is electric. So I would love to see like them and the Thunder. I think that would be such a fun series. And then Eastern Conference, Celtics. I think they're going to steamroll the Cavs.
Sirs. We're tied right now. It's 66 all. If we get game 1.
I think the fix is in. I think they want the Knicks in the finals, in the Eastern Conference finals at least.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I think the fix. I don't think whether the Pacers are better or not. I think it'll be Celtics, Knicks. Celtics will win. I'm going Celtics, Wolves, and I think the Celtics probably win the second round.
Yeah, Celtics. It'll be hard to pick against them. I have a huge future on the Timberwolves though. So,
that's a good bet.
We're a huge Jason Tatum podcast as well, so that would be a conflict of interest if those two meet up. So that'll be tough for me.
Why not put a future on the Celtics and the Wolves? Boom, done.
Honestly,
what are those odds?
I mean, Celtics are currently favored to beat the Nuggets in the series, but they're like,
do Celtics Wolves. You'll win some money. But I've always thought about this. If you pick like the top 5 teams in the NBA. And you do like a sliding scale of bets because like one of them's going to be plus 5,000. So you only need to bet like $50. And the ones that are like plus 200, you bet like $100 and you like hedge
just
to
bet different matchups.
Yeah. Well, just pick the winner. Just pick the winner. That's it. So, but I haven't figured out that math yet. So
I feel like the sports book probably has figured out that math, and that's why the odds are that way. So they always win.
I don't think so. I think you can get. I think if you do it right over the course of the season and the lines are moving, you might be able to catch it.
Every time you come on, you try to beat Vegas. I swear. Every time you throw out some way, like Dylan beats Vegas, and then it doesn't always pan out that way.
I'm so bad. I used to be very good at sports betting. Now I'm so bad. Like I've just been on such a lose. I haven't even done it. I haven't bet on. I don't think a single playoff game for the NBA. Just like being terrible.
Fair enough.
But
all right,
crap in Vegas, amazing.
Well, we're gonna bring in Lizzie here, our producer. She we only let her ask like 1 or 2 questions because she's a wild card. You never know what she's gonna say. So let's see what Lizzie has.
Oh.
Welcome,
Hello.
Lizzie.
Can you hear me still? Is it fine?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. All right, first question, hard hitting. Are there any NBA players that you think you could beat 1v1?
In 1v1, 3 dribbles? No, probably not. I'm definitely scoring though. If I'm in a game, I'm scoring for sure. Because I'm just gonna sit in the corner and I'm gonna hit an open 3. So that's my one thing. But no, I don't think I could beat anybody.
Okay, that's fair. This just popped in my head after listening. Do you have a dream business that you want to partner with for Visor?
Yes. I would say like Whole Foods would be so sick. And then dream business I want to start will be a wine company.
That would be sick.
Yeah, it'll be sick. Wyatt, you are officially invited to the vineyard when it launches.
Hell yeah. I don't believe you until I see an invitation. You've invited me to many things that I just don't actually go to.
You're getting invited. You'll get invited this time.
Fair enough.
All right, whatever.
My last question, this is kind of one just because I want to see your answer to it. Who is your favorite BachMaker?
I think it has to be Wyatt, but only because I just met you guys.
I mean, yeah.
That's fair.
You didn't have to.
That's a layup. That's a layup.
I think it has to be Wyatt, but he was sliding on my list. I was watching some of his TikToks, and he wasn't saying the most promising things about me.
Super fair.
Friends hold friends accountable. That's all I'll say. You weren't being the best fan of the show, so I had to hold you accountable.
I was just in Cabo, and I literally tagged you in a story for the.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was great. I appreciated that a lot.
How can I do any more for you?
That was very kind. Lizzie, you got anything else?
I don't have any other questions.
All right, fair.
That was it.
Thanks, Lizzie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
She's best producer in the game. No one's better than her.
Easily.
One more question for you, Dylan. I know you're a big video game guy. Are you still? Because I remember you used to play.
Yeah, I would say I go through waves. Like when I'm super stressed, I'll be a big video game guy.
Okay.
So right now I'm playing Gears of War. I just beat all the Halos in a row, like in succession. That took me a while. And now I'm doing the same thing for Gears of War. So that's what I'm playing right now.
You don't get enough credit for kind of being a little bit of a nerd. I'll say that. You got a little bit of that in you.
I need to do better about posting my personality on social media and not just photos of Hannah and I, ads, and me getting drunk out in the world. I should probably do more, but I just like.
Yeah. Well, I was just wondering because I've kind of I want like because I do so much like on my phone, looking like scrolling, whatever. I want like a hobby where I can just like turn off, and I wanted a video game to play. So I wasn't sure if you had any suggestions.
Have you like ever played video games?
I'm like Madden 2K basic sports.
Yeah, I used to play those too. I haven't been doing it lately. Yeah, I would do Halo. Do you like shooters? Halo's sick.
Can't say I'm the big shooter guy, but
I mean,
I can try.
Mario Kart.
Try Wii Sports Resort. Yeah. Have you tried that?
Yeah, dude, Halo is sick. Like, buy Halo or buy what was another one I just played? I mean, it's just like Madden and 2K and FIFA get old. It's so repetitive.
Once you get your ultimate team to a certain point, it's like, what am I doing?
I got my ultimate team to like 97 in Madden, and I was like, I've accomplished everything in my entire life. Like, there's nothing else.
Nothing more.
I won the Super Bowl in one of the seasons. I was like, okay, now what? Like, the game's just useless to me.
Yeah.
I would say Halo, Gears of War. Those are the two I'm like obsessed with right now. And then I've seen Helldivers. I've been seeing that on TikTok, but I have no idea what it is, so I might get that one.
My roommate's been playing that literally nonstop since it came out. Yeah.
Does he like it?
He's got like the giant curved monitor and just is full.
I've got
full immersive in the game. So yeah, he's on it nonstop.
Yeah. We're doing some construction, so our master bedroom is essentially a closet, and so that's where I play video games. I like am in the cupboard like Harry Potter.
It's pretty cool. Yeah,
it's
Like
pretty
that.
brutal. No, it's pretty brutal.
All right, last thing here. You can totally say no to this. I feel like you are gonna say no to this, but we try to have every guest do like the Disney Channel intro, but for BachMakers. So all you have to do is look at the camera and say, "I'm Dylan Barbour," and you're watching BachMakers. And you can like try to draw a heart or something. And looking at your face now, and every time I say it out loud, it sounds so fucking dumb, but it's a great intro to the episode.
That's fine. We can
All
do
right.
that. We can do a little heart. Will it like do the Zoom thing? Do you guys have that Zoom update where you like do stuff on the screen and it goes?
I think that's only on Zoom. But
okay.
But yeah, you just say, "I'm Dylan Barbour," and you're watching BachMakers.
Okay, I'm Dylan Barbour, and you're watching BachMakers. That was a great heart.
That's great.
Unbelievable heart.
Every time I say it out loud and ask someone to do it, I just feel like the biggest fucking idiot in the world. But it works. It's funny every time. So it's a good intro. But you guys got anything else?
It's a good intro.
No, Pacers are at 5. So
All right.
looking good.